It's been 2 years since I discovered that DKOldies is selling high-priced refurbished consoles without actually refurbishing anything, and so in this video, we're going to unbox, test out, and tear down a few more consoles that I bought from them to see if they're actually refurbishing anything now. Now here's the thing, in the past they've sent me anything from a PS3 that looked like a desert inside to a PS4 that was not even the right console that I ordered, so let's see what they sent today. So I bought a 360, PS3, and PS4, and in this box should be the PS3 and PS4, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Alright guys, so pulling the packaging off the top, we've got a ton of cables here. Now next up we have a controller here. Let's see how this looks. Overall, looks like it's in pretty solid condition. Not perfect. I mean, it's got some dings and stuff around the analog stick. Hopefully that's not an issue when you're moving the stick around. That is a little bit rough. Now next up we have a white DualShock 4 controller, which looks like it's in pretty good condition. Now the thumbsticks feel like they might have been replaced, but yeah, overall looks nice and feels good. Let's go ahead and get this, what is this? I have a broken piece just sitting in here, which is not a great sign. Let's go ahead and take the console out and see how this looks. Oh no. Okay, so let me just break this down. We have a little piece here. We have a little piece here. I really hope that's not from this backwards compatible PS3 because I paid a crap ton of money for this. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, we're a minute into the video and this is already happening. Dude, what a joke. The entire corner is just destroyed. And mind you guys, this is very preventable. You can see the packaging in here. There was not much packaging around those corners. So like, am I surprised it's dinged up like that? Not really, honestly. You can say that's on FedEx for shipping like that, which they're not the greatest shipping company, but like you should be wrapping up those corners a lot better on a console I paid $500 for. That's pitiful. I mean, like, you just can't make that stuff up, man. Let's take a closer look at this thing as well. And dude, what? Okay. Here's the other thing. I bought a good condition PS3, backwards compatible PS3, for almost $500, and the first thing you notice is this thing is scratched up like crazy. Like, this is immediately goes into acceptable condition, right? Like, look how scratched up and scuffed up it is. So I wanted to clarify kind of the differences between good and acceptable condition on DKOldies' website and how they define it. So first of all, in good condition, you can see that we're already out of that category because it says free from stickers, writing, major chips, or cracks, and obviously this has some major chips and cracks. But their next line says may show minor signs of age and use, which is kind of where the scratches on top come into a subjective nature, because personally these are pretty bad scratches. I think would put it down to acceptable, but somebody else might classify that as good, so it's kind of in a gray area here that you don't know if it's acceptable or good, but either way it's chipped and cracked, so it's definitely not in good condition. And then literally this entire piece is just falling off. That's horrific. Is this worse than the desert PS3? I mean, like, it looks like a desert. It's so preventable. There's pieces just listen to that. You can just hear pieces flying around everywhere. Also, it's chipped up here as well. I mean, pieces are falling out everywhere. You've got to be kidding me. I guess the good news is, though, it's, wait, I think they sent the wrong console, too. Hold on. Dude, you've got to be kidding me. They sent me the wrong PS3. So I purchased the CECH A01 backwards compatible PS3, which means the backwards compatibility is hardware based. So you're playing PS1 and PS2 games off of real hardware inside of this console, versus the CECH E01, which they sent me, which uses emulation for the PS2 games. So the A01 is just like, it's better. It has more compatibility or better compatibility. So they sent me the wrong console. Well, let's put that to the side for now and take a look at the PS4 that's in here, because like, holy crap, that's just unforgivable. You gotta be kidding me. Now this one I'm curious about because I ordered the Special Edition Batman PS4, which I have fond memories of because this is the PS4 that I owned and played a lot back in the day. And this one I believe was also in good condition. Oh, dude, I mean, so it's not bad, but like there's scratches all over this piece right here, which I was really hoping that would be in good condition, but apparently not. And also the warranty seals are on, but it looks like they actually took them off and then put them back on because of course these are refurbished consoles, so you'd think they're opening it up and refurbishing them. At least that's what we assume. Who knows? But it's kind of dinged up in the corners here. Honestly, like, not bad, but still a bit disappointing for how much I paid, and considering I bought it in good condition. Not acceptable. Like, I guess there's no like chips or anything, which maybe that's what they consider wait, no, the corner is chipped right there. It's cracked. The case is cracked. Maybe all this damage happened in shipping, but again, like, it's their job to wrap up the consoles better. I mean, the corners were all exposed when you saw the wrapping come out, but we have a couple games in here as well. Let's go ahead and see if those arrived. So you have Maxim Football 2019 for the PS4. I don't even know what this is. Then we have Super Bust a Move for the PS2, and that's got the game in here. Looks pretty good. And last but not least, we have a PS3 game here, which is Duck Dynasty. And actually, one more thing, I have the packing slip in here. Let's go ahead and see. So the back of this packing slip here, first of all, it does have the PS3 QC procedure, which seems to indicate that it was functionality confirmed, thermal paste replaced, delidded, which is actually kind of cool. We also have an NES QC procedure, which I didn't buy an NES, so I'm not sure why that's there, but all right. And then looking at this side, you can see all the games I ordered, plus the 2 consoles, which is a 60 gig backwards compatible PS3 in good condition, also PS4 good condition, so not acceptable. And both of these are clearly in the acceptable category or worse. And guys, I do have a 360 that I ordered that came in a separate package. We'll do that later in the video, but let's go ahead and plug the PS3 in and see if it even works. All right, guys, console is plugged in. Let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on, see if it works. So we got power here. Well, no output. Let me try to plug in the AV cable, see if that'll work. Wait, I think the console is just frozen because I can't even turn the console off. So I'm not sure if I've ever seen this on the fat PS3, but I've seen it a few times on a slim PS3 where basically you turn the console on, it goes green, and then to turn it off, it just won't because it's basically frozen. I would assume this correlates with the whole console just being broken, but I mean, like, you can't make this up. I can't even get the console on. All right, well, let's turn it off, and let me at least take the hard drive out and see how many gigs it is. All right, so hard drive out, and sure enough, it is an 80 gig hard drive, so they just straight up sent me the wrong console. Also, oh, this thing reeks of cigarettes. Oh, man. All right, so we got a cigarette console here. It doesn't turn on. It's broken. They sent me the wrong console. This is absurd. I guess let's move on to PS4 because this thing's just toast. All right, PS4 plugged in. Let's see if this one will turn on. 3, 2, 1. Got power here. Okay, let's see if it displays. Oh, yo, it's actually booting up. Let's go. All right, let me set this thing up. All right, guys, booted up, and the first thing I'm curious about is the system software version. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're on here. All right, so we're on 12.0, which I think is the most recent. If it's not the most recent, it's very recent, so it looks like they actually connected to the internet and updated it. Next up, let me sign in here and make sure this thing's not like not banned or anything. So, guys, we are signed in here. Next up, let's go ahead and pop a game inside. We got of course, our Maximum Football game here. Let's go ahead and, Maximum Football. Let's go ahead and toss this game inside and see. Pulls in nicely. Okay, let's go ahead and see if it reads. All right, disk did read up and it's copied now to the hard drive. Let's go ahead and boot it up and just make sure it plays. What was that? All right, guys, I've been playing a minute of Doug Flutie's Maximum Football game, and this thing is awful. I've never played this before, but you think Madden's bad? This is honestly the worst part is the camera. Just watch it. It's like the camera just jerks around and what is going on? Dude just broke free. But all right, guys, looks like this console's working, which is good to see after what we saw with this PS3. Let's go ahead and turn off the PS4, open it up, and take a look at the inside and see if they actually refurbished anything. So guys, opening this up and taking a closer look at the warranty seals, first of all, it looks like these have been taken off and then put back on. You can kind of see some remnants of the void sign there, so I'm not really sure why they were put back on. Let's go ahead and take them back off and take the screws out. All right, guys, so I have 2 pieces off. I have the bottom plastic piece and part of the top plastic piece off, and they look very clean. Looks like it's actually been opened up and cleaned out, which is good to see. And you can immediately see the fan right here, which looks clean as well. I don't see like any dust or dirt or grime, anything in that fan right there. All right, guys, so I have almost everything removed. I've taken out the power supply here, which looks pretty clean. I've also taken out the hard drive. I've taken out the disk drive here, which the disk drive looks very clean as well. All the pieces I've seen have looked clean so far. So now the last thing we need to look at is our thermal paste and see if they're replacing that or not, because they do claim on their website that they are replacing thermal paste, and you can also see just on this side, heatsink looks good as well. And so clearly they came in here and cleaned this out. Let's go ahead and take off these last couple screws and get down to the thermal paste. All right, got that piece taken off. Let's go ahead and lift this up and see what's underneath it. And oh yeah, looks like they replaced thermal paste. You can see it there. You can see it there. We have a refurbished PS4. Now it still had a crack in it, which it wasn't supposed to because it was good condition, not acceptable. So that's bad. But at least they did open this thing up and clean it out and replace thermal paste. Now I'd love to open up the PS3, but for obvious reasons, we're gonna leave that one as is for now. Let's go ahead and move on to the 360 that I bought from them. It just came in. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. So guys, a couple things about this 360. The 360 came straight to my address, whereas the PS3 and PS4 went to a different address that I guess DKOldies would not know about, just in case, just to see if there's a difference. And also I ordered a black 60 gigabyte 360, which as far as I'm aware does not exist. So I'm curious what they sent me. But let's open it up and see what's inside. So 60 gig black console. We got a game. We also have I bought a 64 megabyte memory unit just because like I haven't seen one of those in ages, so I thought that'd be interesting. We also have the QC procedure down here that indicates everything has been refurbished. So we'll of course check that out as well. Let's go ahead and take this console out and see what's inside. All right, guys. So first of all, we have our Assassin's Creed game right here. Why is it wrapped? I guess that's kind of cool. They actually wrapped the game up in a little plastic baggie. I'm not sure that's necessary for a $4 game, but all right, I'll take it. Now we have Assassin's Creed Revelations here. Looks pretty good. Inside looks good as well. Disc also looks good, so that's cool to see. And then of course our memory card here, which looks like a memory card. Let's move on to the console now. All right, guys. So yeah, I knew it. All right, so they are selling black 60 gig consoles, but they're just putting a white hard drive on here. So like, it's fine, but like, why are they selling them like this? Like, what is the point in selling a 60 gig black console where you're just gonna throw in a white 60 gig hard drive? Like, now for the 360, I did buy an acceptable condition console, so there should be something broken here. Maybe it's just the flap that's broken is what they consider acceptable. Actually, all 3 flaps are broken, which is like, I don't know. They're broken on almost every 360 ever, so I don't really care about that. And flipping to the back here, looks like we have a manufacture date of 09, and we actually have a Jasper motherboard. Wow. In my past videos, they've sent out like Falcons fans and Xenons, that sort of thing. It's kind of just at random because their listing doesn't say. And also, this is probably why we have an acceptable condition console right here. There is a little ding there. But overall, the console looks good. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. All right, plugged in, 3, 2, 1. We got power here. And let's go ahead and start with the disk drive here and see how it opens. Okay, nice and smooth. They did say on here they replaced the drive belt, and yeah, that looks good. And booting up here, guys, it does appear the console is factory reset, and I also want to mention that you may notice I didn't get a power brick or a controller, and that's because I bought console only, just because why not? Let's go ahead and set this thing up and see if the rest works. All right, console booted up. Let's go ahead and check out the storage first, and yeah, it does appear we have 60 gigs here, which is good. That matches the hard drive here. Now next up, we'll go ahead and toss a game inside. Actually, before that, let me plug in this memory unit and just see if this works and see what's on it. Kind of curious if they're like factory resetting the memory units. Nope, we got some stuff. Nice. We got some stuff on the memory unit. We've got we got one profile here. Hold up, guys. Let's go ahead and sign into this memory unit here. So we got Mungus Khan. What is that profile photo, dude? But all right, let's go back and check out this guy's profile. 6,000 gamer score. Okay, welcome to Dangerland. And last played Halo 3, Assassin's Creed back in 2008. I mean, that truly matches up with the memory unit because people were not using these after, like, you know, 2007, 2008, I imagine, because these are really like a launch 360 kind of accessory. Big bumping, yo, let's go. And first thing played is Crystal Quest back in 11/29/2006. So to me, it seems like this person got their memory unit on Black Friday of 06 and then used it for, you know, a year or so, which really lines up with the memory unit because, like, again, who was using this thing after like 2007, 2008? But guys, let's go ahead and put in Assassin's Creed Revelations here and see if the game reads up. And guys, game is booting up, so we are good here. Let's go ahead and turn the console off, open it up, and see if it was actually refurbished on the inside. All right, guys, so taking this thing apart, and like, not a huge deal, but they're missing every single screw here. There's basically 6 screws that are supposed to hold this whole thing in place here, so now I can just basically pull the entire chassis out, and actually the disk drive is falling out now. Dude, it does look very clean. You can see there's like, yeah, there's one post broken there, which is probably because it's not mounted down all the way. And taking the disk drive out, you can see the warranty seal is still intact right here. So I'm guessing they didn't open it up, but you can still replace the band without opening the console up, which is what I'm guessing they did. So I guess they're not cleaning out the inside of drives, but I don't think is a huge deal if it's already clean. But yeah, you can see the board here is all clean and everything. Let me go ahead and pop this piece out, and we'll take the entire motherboard out of the chassis and take a look at the thermal paste. All right, guys, motherboard out and X-Claim taken off. Let's go ahead and lift this off and see what it looks like. And indeed, there is new thermal paste on this chip right here. Let's go ahead and flip over to our GPU and wait for it. Wow, we have thermal paste on our GPU as well. So guys, this leaves me even more confused because of the fact that like 2 of the consoles were mostly fine. The PS4 was cracked, but the PS3 was just awful. Wrong console, cracked, doesn't turn on, or at least doesn't display out. And I know we're going to talk about the 1-year warranty, which is great, but like, I understand mistakes, but having a major issue every single time I order, I mean, it speaks for itself. But guys, thanks for watching. Let me know down below what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.